Since 2023, we've been set on a journey for Phase 5 MCU. And frankly, it doesn't feel like 2 years, it feels more like 5 years, with some of the stuff being great and some of the stuff being not so great. This is probably personally, even though I'm an MCU fan, Marvel comic book fan, it's probably the most strenuous time that I have felt personally as a fan, where it just feels like an ongoing thing and there's no end to it. But shockingly enough, we are actually rounding about the end of Phase 5 in the MCU, and that's exactly what we will be talking about today is, of course, Marvel Studios' new movie that's recently been released about 2 weeks ago now, and that is Captain America: Brave New World.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
Now, Captain America: Brave New World, it was directed by Julius Ona. It was written by Rob Edwards, who's also done movies and written such as Princess and the Frog, as well as Treasure Planet, too, which is a hidden gem of all Disney fans. Same thing with, personally, Atlantis. Now, it was also written by Malcolm Spellman, Dolan Musan, Julius Noah, and Peter Glantz. Now, from what you've honestly have heard just now is it does seem like it's gone through a lot of writers, and this film did go through a lot of writers, some reshoots as well, which the reshoots portion is kind of common in films nowadays. But it does star Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Ross, or Thunderbolt Ross, Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, or in retrospect, a new Falcon in the MCU, Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns, and Giancarlo Esposito as the Serpent Society's Sidewinder. Now, overall, this film was fun. A good start to Anthony Mackie's full run as Captain America. However, as there were a lot of rewrites and reshoots, as I mentioned, you can feel it in this film. There was so much going on, even after supposedly already cutting a lot out. Like, for an example, there was a wrestler, Seth Rollins. He actually was in the flick, but due to the reshoots and the cuts, his whole thing was actually taken out. Honestly, due to that, I kind of wish that they kept Thunderbolt Ross's Red Hulk out of the trailer as well, kind of give it much more of a surprise appearance rather than a full advertisement of it like in the trailers. So counting the Red Hulk, you also have conflict between Japan and America, as they're both racing to get adamantium from the Celestial we saw in the Inhumans film, which, bright side though, we finally get this shot of course, the Celestial, which we haven't seen maybe in once or twice after the Inhumans, but that's about it. So it kind of circles around to that area, which is great because for a while now, we had no idea what was going on. Now, with, of course, the conflict between Japan and the United States, they have to figure out some sort of diplomacy. Also, yes, this is the film that actually revealed the metal substance adamantium, even though it was already teased, or should I say Wolverine was already teased in She-Hulk. Now, Captain America: Brave New World does try to add so many elements in the film that the sense of what it's trying to be is lost. It should be an espionage from films like The Winter Soldier or about even with Civil War, but then becomes a mix of other things, unfortunately. Some CGI was noticeable, but cinematography was honestly beautifully done. The CGI portion of it, I think they could have done a lot better if they spent a little bit more time on it, but unfortunately what we've been getting from Marvel is very rushed products. Again, this film isn't bad. It is one that makes you think exactly what's going to happen, because like I said, there is a strong espionage point to it of who tried to kill Thunderbolt Ross. So it kind of keeps you thinking along the way. So it has that highlight of it. But you can honestly say where it falters. I'd still rank this, though, overall, 3 out of 4 of the Captain America films. Of course, the first one is being a Winter Soldier, then Civil War, and then this one, and the last one, personally, is the first Captain America film. So I do want to bring up the fact that, with Thaddeus Ross, or Thunderbolt Ross, being the Red Hulk, I'm very happy that they made him into the MCU. He's a very unique Hulk-like character in it, because of the fact that when he gets angry. He doesn't really get stronger as he does propel gamma radiation. So that's very interesting. And overall, though, his attitude, his demeanor, his force to be reckoned with, the destruction that he causes, something that Bruce Banner should have either kept or transitioned back to. We've had a long time period of Bruce Banner being Smart Hulk in a way that really it's missing the overall Hulk aesthetic to it. And maybe they do like in the comic books where they both separate, which would be cool. Maybe Maestro Hulk is along the way in the future, even though that is rumored to be in Secret Wars, the next follow-up Avengers movie. But honestly, we'll see. But like I said, overall, though, this film was fun. It really was fun. It was entertaining. So, by all means, please go out to the theaters to see it, because the action-packed adventure that you're set to be on is very well done. A better portion of what Marvel has provided to us in recent. Not saying the TV shows, because obviously Agatha All Along was actually pretty good. But as far as films go, this is probably one of the better films of Phase 5. But if you like that review, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on all social platforms. And I'll see you guys next time for the next review.